everybody, and welcome to Chats con Sabor. I'm your host, Joanna, and I'm here with my hostess with the mostest, Yvette. And today we have a special guest.
Yay!
Hello.
Sarah, tell us a little about yourself.
Yes. Hi, guys. I'm Sarah, and I reside here close to these beautiful ladies and have been friends with you guys. It's got to be at least a year now.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least a year.
Yep.
And it was a quick and fast friendship. And let's see, I just turned 41. I have a 8-year-old daughter, and I am happily married for 2 years next week.
Wow!
I know.
Happy anniversary!
Thank you so much. So I'm happy to be here. So thank you for having me again.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. We're so excited.
Yes, we are.
We decided that since we were having our beautiful friend Sarah here with us today, that we were going to do an intimate girl talk. She's been on the show before, but this is her first time, on camera and stuff. So it's a little weird sometimes and kind of hard to get used to, but I think it's going to be fun. So yeah, today's topic, intimate girl talk, and it's part 2 of the series Intimate Girl Talk. The first one that we did was in season 1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, season 1. We're going to just jump right in.
Let's do it.
Let's.
So Miss Sarah has a daughter, like she mentioned, and her daughter is totally into like skincare and beauty routines and things like she's so adorable. So I thought we'd start off our conversation today with, what is your beauty routine? Walk us through your beauty routine.
I love this question.
At night and in the morning too.
Okay, so the get ready with me in the morning.
Yeah.
Those kill me. So I try to be pretty simple. Obviously, when there's a nice occasion, I like to do it up a little. But my day-to-day, I do work from home. So I'm on camera a little bit with conference calls and whatnot. So I try to at least make myself a little bit brighter and lighter than just rolling out of bed. But typically in the morning, it's, obviously washed my face the night before. So I'll just usually do some cold water. Put a moisturizer on. Now that it's summertime in Georgia, SPF is such a big deal for me. So I have a really awesome tinted moisturizer that kind of serves as like my base.
Glow.
Yeah, my glow. And then a little bit of concealer for these old hag bags. Old hag bags. And then my 2 like non-negotiables is a little bit of eye pencil. Being a natural redhead, my eyelashes and my eyebrows are very light.
Yeah.
So I do a little eyebrow pencil and mascara. Those are my like go-tos. When I don't have mascara on, I look like I'm like still asleep. And then I don't even own lipstick, which I think people think it's funny because I do, like to look nice and stuff, but I'm kind of blessed with red pinkish lips, so it's all the chapsticks and the lip balms. So that's kind of it in the mornings. My nighttime routine, I would say, is a little bit more of a process. Obviously cleansing my face. I love a good cleanser. I have to do a foaming cleanser. I don't know about you girls, but I don't love these cream cleansers that they're recommending for the older
mine's
gals.
too.
Yeah, I like a foaming cleanser. Get it all, get all that junk off, the sweat, the makeup, the sunscreen. And then I do a toner mist. This is a new step for me. My daughter told me I had to do that. And then I do a hydrating serum, and I have a really good one that has copper in it, which, kind of heals any like acne or any breakouts and whatnot. And then a little bit of eye cream, and then, a moisturizer. And that's really it for my nighttime routine. I sometimes will do a hair mask because, dry hair. But other than that, I keep it pretty simple. My kiddo does a lot more vast steps. My 7-year-old daughter does a lot more than I do.
She's like 15-step routine.
Yes, exactly.
She doesn't even wear makeup. And
Exactly. But yeah, and then I'd say the only other difference is, if I'm traveling for work or a nice, occasion like dinner with friends or something, I'll throw on some eyeshadow and some blush. But other than that, I keep it pretty simple.
Yeah, that's good. All right, Miss Joanna, what is your skincare routine or beauty routine?
Male. So it is just moisturizer in the morning. At night before I go to bed, I wash. I use a foaming cleanser too. I moisturize again with older lady moisturizer. Oil of Olay.
Oh yeah, girl.
Anti-aging, you know.
Is it the red? Regenerist?
I can't afford that one.
I heard they have really good dollars for you, by the way.
So, and then I use like some retinol and stuff like that. So I go pretty moisturized when I go to bed, and then when I wake up in the morning, if I feel like I have dry spots, and I'll re-moisturize a little bit. And then I put on my makeup, which is a whole nother routine. We're not going to get on that one just yet because holy shit, it's steps.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You always look so natural. You do it really well then. Yeah.
Well, I don't have anything on my face but my brows and mascara today.
Yeah.
Because I think I sweat it all off.
Yeah. I like it.
Georgia Summers.
Georgia Summers.
For me, I do not use a foaming cleanser. I use in the shower, I use it's like a cream based, but it's not a cream, but it is kind of creamy.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. And that's in the shower during the day. And I wash my face twice a day. So that's in the during the day or in the morning. I want to say morning, but I don't always shower in the morning. Sometimes it's in the afternoon, whenever I'm in the shower. But at night, once I take off my makeup, I use it's an oil-based cleanser.
Like a lot of people are moving towards this oil, like a balm, like an oil balm almost.
I have transitioned over to oil-based moisturizers, non-clogging oil, you know. But yeah, I just actually received my order of it's called Sacred Rituals, and it smells god awful because it's like it's to me it smells like I'm inside a Catholic church because it's got like the frankincense and like all that stuff. It's very, very potent. But on my skin, man, it feels so good. I've only used it twice. So but before that, I used this one, got it at Trader Joe's, and it's marula face oil, cold pressed marula oil, and it's for your face, and it's non-greasy. That's the other thing too, is I can't use greasy stuff because then I break out. I'm still I have one right here. I'm still a 14-year-old. You know?
Oh, I'm always breaking out.
I don't even get periods anymore.
Yeah. But I got pimples.
They show up every now and then.
But yeah, so that's, I mean, I do have a ritual when I go into the shower. Like getting into the shower is a ritual. In the shower, it's a ritual. And then getting out, there's a process too. So I take a very long time to get ready. We know this.
We know
previous
this.
podcast episode. But yeah. There was a moment where I was getting really into like a set routine, like I have to do this, I have to do that. Now I will say that no matter how after I've been out,
wash face.
I take everything out, I wash my face, I have to do that.
I can't sleep
and brush
on my
my teeth.
makeup.
Like the two things, like I don't care. I'm not the type to just come home, get in bed, and then whatever.
It's like it's the waking up the next morning when you still have your makeup on or you're nasty. It's
all
just,
over the
it feels just
It does not feel good.
Your
on
lashes
skin.
feel so dry and like
And you're like this.
Yeah.
Picking it.
Yeah. And then they break off because they're so
dried out.
goopy or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of mascara, I forget to tell people I do this, and they always ask me about it.
You told me about it, and I do it now.
Yes, the lavender and you can do rosemary.
I don't do those two. I do, but I got it from you.
Yeah, what do you put in yours?
I use Botana oil.
Yes. Yeah, so when you get a mascara, it doesn't even have to be a new one. It could be one that you're currently using. Just like a couple drops, like I do 1 drop of lavender, 1 drop of rosemary, and then kind of pump it a few times, swirl it around a little bit. And not only is it lovely when you're putting it on because you get that scent, but it makes your eyelashes longer, less breaking. Like mascara is so drying, it just makes your eyelashes feel like they're still supple, even when you have.
I use a mascara primer.
Oh,
A primer.
Yeah. And then I'm like, bop, 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 and those babies stay on for hours.
yeah.
It doesn't smear, doesn't do
The
anything.
oils though help to like help your eyelashes grow and then to keep them like moisturized. It's like for your hair too. Because it's hair on our. So what I've done too is not like on the days where I'm not going to wear makeup, because there's a lot of days where I don't wear makeup. I prefer not to, but that's when I'm not leaving.
Yes. I'm staying at home and no one can
not
see
leaving
me.
my apartment. I put a little drop on my pinkies, and then I'll just choo choo choo, and then I do it on my eyebrows too, because my eyebrows have been like thinning. So
Mine too.
Yeah.
Mine are getting very sparse.
Very
getting
patchy.
old sucks.
It does suck. It does suck. But
Hey,
so that's it. And then you can also I use botana oil, but you can also use castor oil.
Yeah,
Castor
yeah.
oil is very good too.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
use
so-
that sometimes.
And it's so cheap. Like you can get it.
And you can use that on your skin too. You can use
Yeah.
it like underneath your eyes for, fine lines and stuff. So yeah, it's really good. You mentioned sunscreen.
Yeah.
So I want to go into that topic and dive in a little deeper to sunscreens and the truth about them. Do they
Yes.
have cancer-causing chemicals? Should you be using it on the skin? You told us something while we were having dinner before this recording. So can you share with the audience?
Yeah. So all of that, I think right now everybody's in that research phase about, sunscreen, because I think, really, I think in like the late 80s, early 90s is where sunscreen became such a thing, right? I mean, I was born in 84, and I remember as a child, like my mom didn't put sunscreen on us, and we were always fine. We were in the pool. We'd have a little burn, but being gingers, but nothing crazy. And it's almost like when the sunscreens came out, then everybody's like, hey, you have to do that or you're going to get skin cancer. But now people are like, hey, wait a minute. Skin cancer is at the highest it's ever been. What's changed? And we're like, wait a minute. Everyone's lathering themselves with sunscreen. So I personally have been reading a lot about that and checking our sunscreens that we use at the pool, especially on my kiddo. And there are some really harsh chemicals, but it seems like there's a lot of options out there, like the mineral sunscreens. Yeah. We like a brand called Blue Lizard. And then one I want to try, it's kind of pricey, but it's made with beef tallow. Have y'all been reading about beef tallow? Yeah. And it's just beef tallow and zinc. And that's all you really need. But to your point of what we were talking about before we started recording, I'll have to look it up, but it's Asthaxin. It's like Asthaxin. Comment below if you know how to say it, because I sure don't. But it's this really inexpensive supplement, and its claim to fame is skin and eye health. And I did a little research about it. And are you good?
I'm gonna pause it real quick. Okay, we're back. So we did a little pause there because this is what she's talking about, and this is mine. So
yeah, interesting. Yeah. I mean, how do you say that?
I don't even know.
Asthaxanthin.
Yeah, sure.
Anywho, interesting enough, my friend's taking this as well. But this has been amazing. So I started taking this back in January, so we're in July now, so 6 or 7 months. And I took it before my husband and I went to Cancun for a trip back in like late February. Someone said, oh, you should take that. It'll help with decreasing sunburn. And boy, did it work just in that short amount of time, taking it once a day for 40 days. I did notice I still needed to put a little sunscreen on and limit my exposure, but I did not burn in Cancun in February. I was white as white. And so I've been taking this ever since. I rarely miss a day, and I've recommended it to a bunch of friends. But yeah, it's sourced from microalgae, and it's an antioxidant, naturally occurring, has a lot of vitamins in it. Boost your health regimen, elevate your wellness. This one doesn't specifically say, but mine says like it's for skin and eye health. And man, I have noticed a huge difference. And then even like, may just be me, but when I used to wake up in the morning, like it'd take me a minute to like get the blurriness out of my eyes. I don't do that anymore. I wake up and hit the ground running. So, but
Is
yeah.
this the only supplement you take though?
No.
So you added it to your
I added it to my regimen. Okay. I take a lot of different supplements for the skin, like the health and beauty kind of side. I would say, biotin is the other big one I take. Everything else is more for performance at the gym. Creatine is such a big one that we should all be taking. And but yeah, that was the only thing I had added. And when I try to do a supplement, I always try to add them in one at a time and make sure so we're not just saying, oh, something changed. But I do love that one. And then my face sunscreen that I mentioned earlier, it's a tinted moisturizer. It is come from my esthetician, so it's more of a medical grade. So I feel pretty good about that one, just the day-to-day exposure. But yeah, I'm trying to limit putting sunscreen on and slowly adjusting. And I wonder if that's why we're all so tired too. We don't get enough sun exposure. We don't get natural light in our eyes. We're wearing, sunglasses. We're covering ourselves in creams and all this.
But it's important to note though that there are certain times when you should have sun exposure.
Absolutely.
And it's not at peak time when the sun's out there
10
and
to
you're
2.
out trying to lay out there in crisp. That's not the time to get sun exposure.
Right.
It should be at dawn and when the sun is barely coming up, and let it actually hit your eyes. And then at dusk as well. So when the sun's going down, when the sun is setting, you let that hit your eyes, and you do it for 10-15 minutes, and that's all you need. But you get your body used to the sun exposure that way, creates melanin, and then you don't get burned.
And that's it. I've been trying to drop my sunglasses as much as possible, like only wearing them when I'm when I can't see.
I'm super sensitive.
But I've noticed that I'm able to be more out in the sun without all those things and feel better. So I definitely think there's something to all this research that's coming out, and I'm for it.
I honestly feel like, especially with, because we all know that I'm the conspiracy theorist on the show.
All right, let's go down this rabbit hole.
But we do know that Big Pharma creates the problem and has the solution for us. I mean, anything the government says, do this, do this, do this. I'm like,
you have to raise
go ahead and do the opposite. I'm sorry. That's just how I am, because they're not here to keep us healthy, because they don't make money off of us if we're healthy.
And doctors they seem to be treating the symptoms, not the problem.
Well, and they also get a kickback too from the insurance companies.
Exactly.
And Big Pharma to push the drugs and to push whatever. So,
so SPF is very important for your skin. It is a big thing that everyone's pushing, is putting SPF on your face. I got my first burn of the year, and I'm good for the rest of the year. I will not burn again.
Lucky.
So
I'm brown, babe.
Well, I was gonna say you have that natural melanin, though, high levels of melanin. So I'm not so lucky.
For a redhead,
I do burn.
I'm better than most redheads, but I still have that ginger skin.
And you know what I've been noticing too, and I was telling Joe this the other day, every time I'm out in the sun, and it could be for just a few minutes, doesn't matter, like I would walk a little bit around my complex, and I'm out in the sun, and wherever the sun has touched my skin, I end up very itchy. I almost have an allergic reaction now to the sun. So I don't know what the hell's going on. This is not cool.
Yeah, that happened to me the other day. I was telling her, I was like, I could feel the sun on my skin as
tingly,
and it was I could feel it, it was just tingly, and then I would start scratching because I was itchy, which was so weird. I was telling her I felt like shit when I got home from the sun, but the sun here, you get it low in the morning for a little while, and the ride was fantastic. And as soon as we started coming back and we weren't under those trees,
it's like that 10 to 3, 4-ish during the day is just, it's brutal.
It's horrible
here in the
here.
summer.
Awful.
You guys are making me itch now just thinking.
I'm sorry.
About
Okay, let's change the subject. Okay, well, I'm not really changing the subject because it's all connected. So I want to jump into hormones. We're all, Sarah's younger than Joe and I, but we're all in this era where we're perimenopause, menopause. Do you guys see changes in hormones, and how does that affect your mood and everything about you?
Hormone imbalance affects every aspect of your life. A lot of people have a hard time talking about it, and they start to wonder, especially when they get in their 40s and stuff, why is this happening? You're losing testosterone. Your estrogen is low.
Collagen, everything.
Everything is low, and you should really start thinking about your cortisol is awful. Start thinking about taking those supplements that can help you start balancing things out. Better yet, go and get your hormones tested and see where you're at. And then go from there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't realize that when you go and take your physicals for work, or your just annual physical, even when they're taking blood, they're not looking at your hormone levels.
No, you have to request it, and you have to be an advocate for yourself with these doctors.
Absolutely. So my husband and I, we go to our local hormone clinic, And I was shocked because I thought I felt normal. I was like, oh, I'm just normal. I'm tired, but I'm work too much. And I made all these excuses. And sure enough, we, got our blood taken and I was low on testosterone. And there's the sex hormone called I want to say hemoglobin, but that's not what it is. I'll think of it in a minute. But basically my hormones were bound up as well. Oh. So I still to this day, every Wednesday I go to the clinic and I microdose testosterone. And again, I was like, the first few weeks, I'm like, this is a bunch of, BS. Yeah. But sure enough, they said, give it about 10 weeks. And 10 weeks in, I felt completely different. And I didn't realize that my, 3 o'clock slump in the afternoon was my hormones. I didn't realize, not being able to lift as heavy in the gym as when I did even 5 years ago was my hormones. My skin, my hair, my everything. It was very hormonal. And like you girls said, the cortisol. Cortisol's terrible on me too. Even just doing high intensity workouts spike my cortisol. My face swells, my body swells, everything's bigger. And I am just shocked at how much just this little bit of managing your hormones can change everything. Yeah. Sleep better. I'm not so moody. Yeah. It's so nice. Definitely an advocate for it.
Yeah. I think it's important also to note that in relationships, sometimes the husband or the man will not understand why his wife or his significant other is acting certain ways. And it has everything to do with our hormone levels, and any kind of imbalance is going to affect our moods. We're going to have mood swings,
sex drive,
weight gain, weight loss, like you said, hair loss, just everything, skin texture. I mean, all of it. So hormones, they play a very big part. And leading into that, do you feel like you are in perimenopause, or have you gotten tested? Or they can't really test for it, but
yeah, I mean, yes and no. It's I think you can kind of say here's all the symptoms of perimenopause, and you can kind of be like, yeah, that's me. But some of it crosses. So I don't feel like I'm not getting the what is it, the hot sweats, the hot flashes,
and night sweats,
the night sweats. I'm not getting any of that. But again, I'm on hormone replacement therapy, so I might be not feeling the full effects of it.
Yes,
so I'm
absolutely
trying to push that away as long as possible. But yeah, I definitely think some of the big things is definitely my face, my texture, my the volume of my face for sure. My hair, the texture is very different. I'm very dry and frizzy and thinning. All the bullshit.
All the struggles, baby. All the struggles.
It's not fair, but yeah, I think it is nice though that people same as sunscreen. It's people are becoming more aware of this hormone and the options here. So I definitely think starting with getting a blood test and seeing somebody that can read those blood tests that are well versed with hormones and putting together a treatment plan is such a big deal.
I think women now pay more attention to their wellness too, so that that definitely helps with wanting to do things. Absolutely. So you live longer and all that. So.
Just being more present for your family and not being a psycho.
True. I think also though we have to. I've been going through hot flashes. I started getting hot flashes when I was 39.
Oh, wow.
So for me, it started very young. Right. And then it kept up again when I was about 45-ish. But then I started with other things too. I started noticing other things. The thinning of my hair. That's what's really, really bugging me right now. And we were talking earlier about globs of hair in the shower and stuff like that. It's been pretty bad. I mean, even I would say within the last 15 years. So, but when the hot flashes started,
you struggle with those.
Good Lord.
I seat it.
I already run hot, but people say, oh, well, just turn on a fan.
It's an internal just furnace.
You know when you open the oven when it's ready and you're ready to put something in and you kind of stick your face in there and you're just Okay, that's what it feels like, but inside your body. Like it starts at your feet and it just kind of crawls up, and then it's the back of your neck, and you're just like on fire, literally on fire. And
I'm not looking forward to.
you don't understand what it's like until you actually start going through it. And let me tell you, it's not fun. Some people they'll go through the opposite, where they actually start feeling colder. It's not even cold, and they're just like shivering. So they have the opposite effect. So it just depends
Which
on
I wonder
the
if
person.
that's more me.
I would rather have that.
Same, but
Me too.
I used to be hot all the time.
I would
and
so rather be cold.
I used to be hot all the time, like a sweaty person. And since I've got my hormones in check, I'm more cold than I am hot now.
Yeah.
I remember in the summertime, I would base what I was wearing off if the sweat stains were going to show. Like under boob sweat and all that. I don't have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about that. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't have boobs.
I do have boobs, but
I
I,
have
still don't
sunny
worry about
side
it.
boobs.
I mean, there's under boob sweat, but it doesn't show through my clothes. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So, I
it'll
don't
get
know.
bad on me.
My bra catches it.
It's not that bad, but I mean, I can
Gosh,
get
that
bad if I'm
sounds
working
terrible.
out or if I'm out in the sun or whatever. Literally, I'm like, shh. I'm like, ew, this
Oh,
is
what
so
about-
gross? Like,
What about chin hairs? I found my first one.
I have not.
No.
Thank God. Let me knock on fucking.
Literally this week, I pulled a chin hair, and of course, I had to tell my husband,
Oh, girl,
was
why'd
like,
you do that?
babe. And but shockingly, like I thought him being 10 years younger than me, he was gonna be like, ew. And he was like, yeah. He's like, have you seen my grandma's chin? He didn't think it was that big a deal. But
That
yeah,
is
so now I have to keep an eye on my chin hair.
I mean, luckily, maybe because I'm suffering with the other stuff,
Yeah.
like in the middle of the night, but blankets off.
Yeah.
Then I get cold. Okay, blankets on. Okay, halfway up. Oh my God.
Like enough to disturb your sleep.
Oh my God.
Oh.
I haven't
Then
had a good
I
night's
must be
sleep.
starting it because I do that now.
I haven't gotten a good night's sleep in I don't know how long. I want to say about a good 15 years. Yeah.
I just need one foot out.
Yeah.
So I used to be. I used to have one leg out all the time, and as long as that leg was cold, I'd be fine the rest of my body. Now that leg gets like freezing cold. It's like from one extreme to another.
Yeah.
From one extreme
Never
to another.
comfortable.
And then I'm like, oh shit, I'm cold. Oh, okay, that's because I don't have the blankets on.
Right, right.
It's so bad.
Have
It's so bad.
have y'all heard about any of these natural hormone treatments, like people
Yeah.
putting yams,
Yeah.
and like stuff like that,
I
like
see TikTok reels on. Like all the stuff
and
that
the
you
beef tallows and
Yeah,
the things like
yeah.
they're saying like
Beef tallow is supposed to be amazing. I haven't tried it yet, but I'll be the guinea pig because I'm
Yeah.
about to order some.
yeah, let us know. My
Yeah,
friend-
let me know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
seriously.
my hair girl Jenny, she's awesome, and she's very like holistic minded. Very doesn't want to do the Western medicine type
Same.
of thing. And
Yeah.
she was saying that there's some cream that you can buy, and it's it's yams, and you rub it on the inside of your thighs, and she swears by it.
I'm gonna have to try it out.
Yep.
So
Me
Please
too.
let
I'll
me
be
know what kind
I'll
of-
be a guinea pig.
I
for
will
that
be the
one.
guinea
Yeah.
pig. 'cause-
Not at your Thanksgiving table though. Give me some yams.
No. Here you go.
I'm having a hot flash. Hold on.
Want some yams?
Let me spread some yams on me. That is so funny. All right, well, we are at our slice of advice, and I have it for today.
Ooh.
Oh, God, okay, hold on. I have it. Okay, I actually wanted to do this one, yeah. Slice of advice is, everybody's looking for unconditional love, but they're carrying around a list of conditions.
Amen.
This one hit home because I do have a perfect man list that I'm probably going to start tossing.
It's pretty extensive.
It is. But it's true. It's true. We're all looking for unconditional love. We want people to accept us for who we are, but then we're not willing to accept those how they are.
And they're not willing to accept you either.
That too. That too. They're not willing to accept you the way you are.
facts, Jack.
Yeah. Huh. I don't know how I feel about that. I because I get it, and I know y'all sent me that funny video. You said something like my list of men, and it was it was. How am I gonna have the same things? I guess it said whatever your list of for that person is, you should have the same characteristics. And it's like, but we have to realize too the characteristics that a woman needs in a man.
Yeah.
And the characteristics that a man needs in a woman are not going to be the
They're
same.
not going to be the same. Yeah.
So you can't, it's not a perfect comparison, but I do think overall when you say, hey, these are my list of have-tos with this person, you have to make those decisions. Like, is that something you can compromise on? And a lot of times I think nowadays from past relationships or traumas or whatever, we have lists sometimes that are like, they can't be that way.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
Things they cannot be met.
yeah, and you
we
have
were
to stay true to that.
We were talking about that the other day, that nowadays everyone brings baggage to the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to find somebody that doesn't bring it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, and I think nowadays it's you go ahead and accept that someone's going to have baggage, but when someone has baggage, they have to be in a mental state where they are good communicators, they are, calm and caring and listening. They, it's like you can have trauma as long as you're working on yourself.
Yes.
And that you can listen to critiques or when you have something that you want to talk to your partner about, are they open to hearing it and looking for a solution rather than being defensive or being so.
Yeah. And that comes with maturity. We've talked about
Yeah.
that. That comes with maturity. It comes with life experience.
The person has to be able to take accountability for the shit they've done too. I mean, that's huge. With that comes growth and comes change. And some people think that change is a bad thing. Change is growth.
I mean, were we all the same person 10 years ago?
No.
Or were we the same person?
I do believe that fundamentally, like
100%.
at our core, we are the same people, but we change the way we react to situations and
Yes.
experiences.
Yes.
And experiences will change us because they help us to grow. So we grow into a different version of ourselves.
Yes.
But who we are at our core, I feel like
That's your core.
That's
That
at your
stays.
core. That stays all the time. Yeah.
So I think accepting people for their core is and
That's a better way to say it.
better to say it. But I love that. Yeah, it's good.
We grow as we get older.
Yeah.
We do.
We go through seasons.
Yeah, and I read in relationships like when like I read something about like in a relationship, your partner and you change. I want to say it's like some
It's every
absurd
7
time
years
every
or
7
7
years.
Yeah.
So you have to not only accept and love the person they are when you met them, but who they're going to be every 7 years or whatever that is, and you have to fall in love with the person that they become as well. And if you're not growing together, then you're growing apart, right?
Exactly.
I watched TikTok because I'm on TikTok now through
Oh,
Chats con Sabor. But I was watching one, and it was this. I don't know why this kid keeps popping up, but it's I think it's called Youngblood. He's
the rapper?
Is he a rapper or a singer?
Youngblood. Yeah,
He's a British guy. Doesn't look like a rapper.
the rock star, Youngblood.
Yes,
I love
yes.
him. How he looks at everybody and he
Yes,
like,
yes.
oh my
And
god,
the way he winks and stuff. Okay, well, he was doing an interview with what is that guy's name? Damn it, can't remember his name now. He's also a British guy. He's like a light-skinned black guy, kind of young, but he's a podcaster too.
Yeah.
And he interviews very
Prestigious
people,
people,
so they were talking about something about love, and the clip was Youngblood was saying, you have to understand that you're going to fall in love at least 15 times in your lifetime.
Yes.
He was saying that.
I've seen that.
And just the way he was saying it, because if you fall in love with the same person or a different person, but you're going to fall in love because you're in 15 stages of your life and in a whole lifetime, assuming that you live to be an old man or woman, right? But then also, so you're going to love in your different stages, but then you're also going to, even if it's the same person, that other person is also going to be evolving. And we talked about that in one of our episodes last season, where we talked about the evolution of a relationship, and not just a relationship though, but also the evolution of yourself and then your partner as individuals.
Yeah. It takes a lot of maturity and strength to stick through those things.
Yeah.
And I think that's a lot of why relationships are easy to break now. Divorce is easy. You sign a piece of paper, you're done.
Breaking up is easy.
Breaking up is easy. Yeah, I mean, it's sad. It's this, it's that, it's emotions, it's all this, but people aren't
easy
willing
way
to
out.
put the work in.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's difficult. So I think as we grow in our relationships and grow in ourselves, that's a really important key. Like Youngblood said, you have to fall in love 15 times. So you have to choose that person 15 times.
Yep. And just to kind of piggyback off of that, every day I feel like you have to choose your person. I think it goes 100%. Even like
bad, good, or indifferent.
Yeah, you have to choose that person. If that's the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with, then you have to choose to love them every single day. Even when you're pissed off, even when you're mad, even when you're sad. Sorry.
Yeah. Even when you're choking.
Even when you're choking, dying.
Yeah. It's so true. It's a day-to-day decision that you have to make.
Choose love. Yeah. Okay, so moving on now to back to our list here, list of topics. We're talking about hormones earlier. Vaginal dryness, menopause, vaginal dryness. Has anybody gotten to that point? Thank God I have gotten through a lot of shit with hormone with menopause and perimenopause. Sure. But vaginal dryness is not one of them. Thank God.
Thank God.
Yeah, same. Again, I'm a little bit younger, but no, that was a big fear of mine because I love sex. Love my husband. Well, and dating a younger man too, right? That's always that, men, period. They got it so fucking easy. But as girls, we have to make sure everything's lubed up and ready to roll. Yeah. And no, I hear a lot of my friends talk about that. And again, I don't know if it's this hormone treatment, but I haven't had any issues with it. Thank God. But I don't want that. Yeah. I don't want that.
Thank goodness.
I don't want it either. Like, stay away.
Well, remember us talking about our inner labias falling off?
That was one of our what the fuck moments.
Yeah. And that was some shit because then I went back and I looked it up and that is not true.
It's true. It doesn't fall off. It just...
It kind of shrinks a little bit. It becomes old.
Yeah. So you're born... girls are born without inner labia, which I never even think about.
Yeah.
But, as a baby, and then when you hit puberty, you grow inner labias. And then after childbirth, it can change things. And then menopause changes some more things. But supposedly, they...
what we were told was raisin.
And I'm like, bring it.
But shit does not fall off.
I'm like, just tighten it up. Like I told you, I've been tripping over these things for... been tripping over these things for 10 years.
Oh my God.
Shrivel up, fall off, it's time.
Whatever
happened.
Let's go on to breast implants and breast health. And then we also want to talk about areola size because we kind of touched on this a little bit on our last Intimate Girl Talk, but we didn't go into depth. So not all two penises are alike, right? And vaginas are not alike. Breasts are not alike. So let's start with breast implants. Yes or no?
I mean, advocate.
Mic drop.
Yes. I am for anything that is well tested. All the things. I'm not into new stuff. Like let somebody else try that. Yeah. But anything that makes especially a female feel more confident in themselves, I think is definite for me. I personally am a broader girl, tall, larger girl. And was not naturally well endowed in the upper area. And I always felt very boyish, like I felt like kind of linebacker-ish. And I had a breast augmentation a few years ago, and it's one of the best things I ever did. Did the research, had a great doctor, minimal healing, like everything was 101 easy for me. But I also have some friends who have also had breast implants and have taken them out.
Yeah.
My best friend, she had an explant, I think is what they call. I know there's a lot of stuff about breast implant illness. I think a lot of people's bodies reject them. It's a foreign object. I do believe that that's, definitely something that can happen. I don't think it happens as much as we think. But I'm an advocate. Go for it. I love tatas.
Save the tatas.
Yeah,
Save
save
the
the tatas, upgrade the tatas. My husband loves them, so that's the main thing. And I will say I had a great doctor because he did not know for a while.
He did not know that they were implants?
Nope.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's good. So they went under the muscle tissue then.
Under the muscle, yeah. And I was
Way to go, Doc.
teeny tiny incision underneath, and that's it. Easy peasy.
So, mine are natural. But
Lucky.
I have actually considered, and not so much now because I feel like as I'm getting older, I'm like, oh, what for?
Right.
You know, but I had considered maybe about 10 years ago when I was about 40, considered doing a breast reduction and a lift.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, with a lift, back then they had to put, the half moons and like actually help you lift them. Right now they can go in and pull your muscle from underneath your armpits and pull the muscle up, and literally it's your boobs, but they just lift them. So if I were to do anything, I think I would probably do that. I do have a friend of mine who did that, and hers are naturally, she's got full D's, I think they are. But those are her natural full D's, and then she just got them lifted. So they still have the teardrop, but they're just where they're supposed to be and not on her lap. You know what I mean?
Very cool.
So yeah. So they're not perky. They don't look fake. So they're not perky where they're just like, like sticking out.
Nobody's
at attention,
boobs like that.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying there are some that have implants that have gotten them where they're literally
that's
they literally
different.
sit up here.
That's
and
different.
They take off their bra and nothing happens.
Ew.
They're still
They're
there.
still here. Yeah.
Mine
it's
are
like-
definitely more of a natural. I have a natural shape. Mine are teardrop. They're lower profile. It's when the girls get the high profile
Yeah, they're
ones.
almost up to their neck.
Yeah, they're not that teardrop natural shape. Mine are the gummy bear. They're the safer. They're silicone, but they don't. If they break, it's like a gummy bear. It doesn't spill. It just tears, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm all for it. What about you, Joe? Got any feelings about breast implants or breast augmentations?
I would, if I had the money, I would do it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do I'm really weary about my breasts because I have a lot of sensation in my breasts.
Yeah.
So I would be nervous to lose that.
Yeah.
But to get like a little tummy tuck, I would do that.
Yeah.
But that's about it. I wouldn't do anything else.
Yeah. Well, and now they do, if you don't want implants, they can do fat transfers now.
I see that all the time.
Yeah,
I tell
you
my
can-
sister, I'm like, yo, man, you
Yeah.
lay on one table, I lay on the
The
other.
other, and we just, exactly. They do.
fine.
They take it from anywhere on your body and
Take it from
put it
here.
in. The only downside is they say they can only go up like a cup size. They can't put too much in there, but I'm like, that's
fine.
perfect.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Fill me in, man.
Suck me up.
Suck me up. Let's just pull it all up.
For me, it's just suck it out.
Yeah, just take it all.
I don't
Put
need
it to here,
anywhere
put it
else.
to
Take it all
here.
there.
Like, yeah.
Just suck it in. Do you think that, like, if you're like me, like you carry your weight in your midsection, like when you eat after that, do you think your boobs get bigger? Because it's like your stomach
Wouldn't that be
fat?
a miracle?
That'd be awesome. Like, put some in my butt.
Okay, so how they say like people that do lipo or whatever, they'll say like, no, if you get lipo, say in your midsection, your stomach area, then your ass gets bigger when you. The reason is because we're born actually with all the fat cells that we're going to have,
Oh, I didn't know that.
and our fat cells actually expand, and then they that's why when you lose weight, you don't lose fat.
Cells.
You don't lose the fat cells. You just lose they almost like deflate. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah.
They
so
retract.
when they do lipo though, they do suction out your fat cells. So if they suction it out of your stomach, you're not going to get, you're not going to gain weight in your stomach anymore, but you have fat cells everywhere else, right?
So they hop around.
That's why it says, well, if you get it out of your stomach, it's going to go to your ass. Well, there's a reason for that. It's because now you have like
Removed this.
the
Yeah.
actual cells from your body. So it's got to go
I'm okay
somewhere
with
else.
it going to my ass. So
So,
just
yeah.
ass and boobs. I'm good.
Yeah.
That's fine with me.
I love this. All for it.
All for it. I'm on board with that.
What do you guys feel about mammograms?
I'm not for them.
I am not a fan because they hurt for the non-boob girls. They're super freaking painful.
Yeah.
They hurt for the boob girls too.
I know they're girl. Whew.
I would take it y'all both had them.
I have.
Yeah, I haven't
I
gotten to
think-
the age where I need them, but
I think they're very important, especially with breast cancer being so
rampant, yeah.
rampant nowadays. So
Are you guys aware of other ways of like the thermal graphing?
And then ultrasounds and everything.
Yeah.
They're much better for you. So here's the skinny on.
Yeah, tell us.
Here's the skinny on mammograms. Why I will never get one again. And I have had 3 in my life. And I had to because my daughter, who's 26 now, when she was a baby, I was changing her diaper and she kicked me on this boob here. And I have a lump that has been there ever since she kicked me.
Interesting.
So, and it's painful. Like I'm pushing right now and I can feel it, like it hurts. They told me we need a baseline. And they never came up with anything other than my boobs are very dense. I already know that. What happens though is they have come to realize now is that tumors actually hold on to all the toxins. So if you have a tumor in your breast and you go and get a mammogram and it smushes everything, they smush this way, they smush this way, right? They can actually pop the tumor and it releases the toxins in, so it creates the cancers. Wow. Right? That's what those are. So I am not an advocate for mammograms anymore, and I will never ever have a mammogram. I will do an ultrasound, that's fine, but even ultrasound, the radio waves is not really good for you either, so you shouldn't have very many anyway, so don't get one like every year.
Right.
But whenever you do feel a lump, obviously, go get it checked out.
go get checked.
Yeah.
Well, and I think the at-home breast exams is like your
super
first
important,
every month, your first defense.
Yeah.
But yeah, this thermal, there's one in a doctor at that float place, where you can float in the water.
The cryo.
Yeah, that
cryo
cryo
thing?
place.
Yeah.
They have a doctor there that does thermal scans. And I guess it's the new technology where you can do a full body scan or you can do,
wow.
but there's no negative side effects to it. And it's a great way to, still get your mammogram, but in a little bit healthier way.
I definitely think that whatever you decide to do is something you have to do. Like my mom's had, that's why I have to get on, because my mom's had a lot of issues.
Family,
And so it's a family thing. So I have to go and get them done. But I've been avoiding it for the past 4 years.
It's time.
But it's time to go and get it done. I'm going to have to suck it up because I was so traumatized with my first one.
Yeah.
It's awful.
I've heard
It was
awful.
the most painful thing I ever, and literally because I was so into the gym and stuff and I was so fit, like I had no
Tissue.
It was just muscle.
Yeah, it was just muscle. So when they push, she's like, you got to get closer. You got to get closer. I looked at her. I'm like, sister, my tits aren't that big. She's like,
I'm basically licking your machine, ma'am. Like, I can't get any closer.
dude, I'm fucking short. I'm like this big. And she's like, you got to get closer. And I'm like, dude, my tits aren't that big. That's what I told her. And she was like trying to push me, and I was like, by the time I left, I wanted to punch her in the face.
Yeah.
And then I had to take ibuprofen, put ice on my breath.
Oh, that bad.
Yeah, it was bad. That shit hurt. I mean, that smashed.
I'm gonna send you my thermal thing. At least look at
I'm
it.
not trying to scare people. I'm just saying, like, when you
mammograms
have
are awful.
I've heard it's
Yeah.
bad.
I am trying to scare people. Don't
Yeah.
fucking get them. They're awful.
Yeah, well, it sounds like there's lots of different methods
to check.
now.
There are
so.
other methods to.
I'm like,
to
my
scan
little
and to-
skin.
Yeah.
my skin.
It's awful. It's awful. Ay.
Thinking about it hurts.
All right, I'm gonna ask you a question, and then we're gonna move on from the boob talk.
Okay.
Areola size, large, small, large, or medium?
Mine are medium.
Okay.
They're perfect for my breasts.
I think mine are small. I don't know. I mean, are we talking like as large like a cookie nipple?
Well, how large? How large? That's your areola or your nipple? Like
Areola?
okay, that's. I
I
would say
think
that's
they're small.
I would say it's small.
Yeah. And then obviously like our skin tones, like mine are very pink. So
Yeah.
I always am told they're cute. Cute.
Mine are large.
Yeah.
And it's not really because my boobs are big, because I haven't always had big boobs.
Yeah.
I started off in high school, I was a B. I was a full B, and then I had my son, and then I went to a C. And then I had my first daughter, and went to a D. And then my second daughter, I went to a full D. Yeah. So, yeah, anyway. I don't think it's that. I think it's just, I think my mom, because my girls also have.
I was supposed to say, is it hereditary or something? Yeah.
I think my mom's are fairly large. She doesn't have big boobs, but her areolas are fairly large. Like for her little for her little
Yeah.
boobies. They're fairly
Yeah.
large, but yeah. And
Moms are little. They're not little. They're
medium?
They're medium.
Like
Medium.
this? Yeah.
They're mediums.
And she's ginger too, so they're
yeah,
pink.
they're
Yeah.
pink.
My ex, fun story or fun fact. Fun fact, my ex-husband used to call mine vanilla cookies. So they're
Why
like,
vanilla?
because they're pinkish, but they're like almost my skin color. Like, you can't really
Oh.
tell. Like, it's weird. Like, I mean,
Interesting.
you can tell.
Well,
Obviously
you know,
can tell,
they
but-
say women's nipples are the color of their natural lip color.
But it's not natural. So my
Honey,
nipples
mine are
this
not like
dark.
this. I can tell you that right now.
Are they? Your
I'm
lips?
pretty
Your
close.
nipples are not dark.
They're not like dark, but my lips aren't
Dark either. But that's what I'm saying. If that
But
matches,
they're more
probably
brown than my. I would say they're actually a lot lighter
than
my
your
nipples.
lips.
Yeah.
Oh, your lips are lighter than your
Yeah.
nipples. Okay.
Lips and nips.
Lips and nips.
My nipples are actually darker, like a darker shade of pink than my natural lip. This is not my natural lip color. I have a
Yeah.
stain on, so mine are actually darker than mine.
Maybe it
like
only
yours.
goes for the white girls. The white girls.
Maybe it's a gringa thing.
So yours
I
are
don't know.
pink like yours.
Yeah, I
Like
think
your lips
so.
are pink,
Yeah. 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 I would say pretty close.
You're right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go.
Interesting. Mine are. I mean, they're like pinkish. They're like. I'm looking at my lip color right now.
We're like,
They might be a little bit lighter than this, but they're definitely darker than my natural lip color.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a myth.
I don't know.
No, ¿quién sabe?
Fun fact. I'll bring in another little fun fact here. The size of your mouth
Yeah.
is the size of your vagina. Yeah.
Oh, we're in trouble. I have like the biggest smile. Can you imagine what you're thinking?
Me too. We all have big smiles. Does that mean we all have big smiles?
Now all we can
Are
do
these
is
gonna shrivel up?
Pre or post menopause?
You know what? We actually do shrivel up when we get older. So our lips do shrivel up.
Hilarious.
We get small little lips.
Ay, Dios mío.
Oh.
Oh my God. Okay, that was your fun fact for today.
Yeah, love it.
Okay, we're gonna move on. How hard is it to commit to a healthy lifestyle? I mean,
So hard.
but I mean,
don't know.
do we get so caught up in like, oh my gosh, I can't eat this, or I should eat this, or I can't do blah blah blah. I mean, there's
not
so
living life.
much information out
Yeah.
there. Like, you know, there's one lady that I follow on social media, and she talks about not eating anything that has died. So I guess she's vegan, but sort of. I don't know. So no, she won't eat beef or anything. She'll eat like fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, fresh whatever. Vegan.
Yeah, so vegan is anything that doesn't come from an animal or an animal byproduct.
Okay.
Yeah, that is tough, and I don't think our bodies are meant to be that way.
I don't think so either, because
Yeah.
I mean,
I always take
Hunters.
it back to the hunters and gatherers,
Yeah.
right? If you are on a hunter and gatherer caveman diet, is actually like paleo. When you look at that, you are living off the land, right? That's what we as humans were created to survive, right? So if you can hunt it or gather it from the earth, that is the cleanest way to eat, right?
Right.
So when you think about that, meat, fruit, vegetables, nuts, raw grains, like you can have grains, but when we start processing it,
Yeah, that's
is where it starts to get bad, you know. And my husband's very into nutrition and health, and he's educated in it as well. Like he's got his degrees in health science, all that stuff. And we were walking down the grocery store, and I'm just like, it just hit me like, at what point did food stop becoming food? 90% of the grocery store is not that food, like the hunters and gatherers. You know, they say if you stay on the outside of this,
It's all processed.
it's all processed. I mean, we have 20 aisles of 24 aisles that are in boxes, in bags, in cartons.
But
all
it's
that.
organic.
Yeah, right? So I think, so back to your question, I think we make it harder on ourselves, but society's also made it hard. I think we all are educated and to know what is healthy, right? We know if you stick to meats, fruits, veggies, nuts, that kind of stuff, that's a very clean way of eating, and water, right? And lots of water. But when you aren't, that stuff's not easy to get when you're on and our lifestyles are so on the move.
So expensive.
And it's so expensive, which is wild. But even it's like we're on the move, right? So we're always looking for quick, fast. Like, can you imagine? I always say this, like, how cool would it be to have a fast food restaurant that was nothing processed?
It would be
people would
cool,
eat
but
that?
it would be expensive to run.
Yeah, it'd be expensive to buy.
And who is going to be coming through your drive-through because it's going to be expensive. You have to pass that on to the customer, the
100%,
cost,
100%.
So, yeah.
But yeah, I think it's convenience nowadays. I think it's, what's quick and easy. And then our palates have changed. Like, we crave sweets. We crave different things,
Processed foods.
That's the processed foods changing our bodies and our system. But what's sad is that a lot of people can't live a healthy lifestyle because everything is so expensive.
Yeah.
So it makes it hard to those that do want to change the way of eating to.
Yeah, it's easier to buy. Yeah, it's easier to buy a big box of cereal and a gallon of milk and eat on that for a week than it is to buy steak and potatoes and broccoli.
Right.
It is.
Now we're going to switch gears a little bit with our what the fuck moment.
Oh gosh.
All right, Miss Joanna has our what the fuck moment.
So, sorry. So I know a lot of people are very into these Lulaboos or Labuboos, whatever they're called. So today I found something. I was a little taken back. I think they're adorable, but I would not purchase one. But no, you probably won't think they're adorable. But anywho, continuing on, there was a huge batch of these things that went out, and they discovered that there was actually microchips in them, and they were listening. It was listening
to toys.
Yeah, they're toys.
That all the kids want right now.
Oh fuck no!
Yeah,
that is
they're
not
very
cute. Why is that cute?
Anywho,
Ooh.
I have the reel so you guys can listen to it.
Microchips hiding inside their
So they found microchips in a batch of them. So here you go.
After people are finding microchips hiding inside their Labubu dolls.
These are Labubu dolls, the latest craze trending all over social media. And when they are back in stock,
No, they're not cute.
they typically sell out in minutes. These highly desirable collectibles come available in blind boxes, which means you won't know what you're getting until you open the box, and some collectors are finding more than they bargained for.
My dog chewed up my
What?
Labubu, and that's when I saw it. That's when I saw the microchip.
Collectors claim to have found microchips inside the plush toys, capable of recording audio and transmitting data.
I'm returning my Labubus because I paid way too much money to be getting
Those
spied
eyes
on,
just look-
and I
no.
feel betrayed.
Authorities suspect these devices, hidden in the doll's stuffing, may be part of something sinister.
We are investigating the matter, and this appears to be an isolated incident unrelated to the company.
Because the toy's global supply chain faces scrutiny. From fashion fad to sneaky spies, Labubu dolls continue to sell out everywhere. Will you be getting one?
A chilling
no.
find after people are
That
finding.
is a straight fuck no.
It's like I get it, but I'm also like, we all have these all the time.
And they're always listening to
They're
us
always
too.
listening.
And their iPads and everything.
Yeah, so I get that. Like, they're kids' toys. They should not be, and you shouldn't. We know that this is listening. Those, you're not expecting that. So yeah, that is pretty what the fuck.
I mean, there's some other things that come along with those right now that, but that was the one that I grabbed because I didn't want to go too spooky on them.
But also we understand, like you said, we know that our phones are listening to us, and our phones are listening to mostly adults because that's who, unless we give our phones to our kids and shove a freaking tablet in their face, right? But at the same time, why would anybody need to be listening to kids playing? You know what I mean? What I had heard about those things when you showed me the first one that kind of looked like a little bit demonic, and I didn't realize that was the name of the toy, but I had seen another reel where they were like saying that they're demonic, literally possessed. Not about the chip, but literally
That's what
things
I've
were
heard.
were making the kids think and do other
Yeah.
things, you know,
I don't like it.
bad things. So
Yeah, the one I was one about a mom purchased one for her daughter, and they put it on a shelf, and her mom heard some thumping, and she went into the room, and she looked around, she didn't see anything, and that was the first time. And then the second time she goes in, the doll's actually looking at her,
Oh, fuck
like
that.
staring through her. Ooh, gave me goosebumps.
fuck
So,
that. I'm sorry.
I know some people do exaggerate stories to get more
Views,
marketing and sales and stuff like that.
I'm good. Yep, thank you.
I'm good. I mean, I don't have young children anyways.
Mine's asking for one, and I saw the demonic thing before I saw the chip thing, and I was like, yeah, not happening.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, not happening.
I told my son right away, if the kids want one of these, I said, you better not buy it.
Yeah.
I said, just don't. I don't
Yeah.
care if it's fake. I don't care. Like,
Just don't do it.
There's
There's
just
plenty of
certain
other
things
options.
that give me like right now when you showed me that, I was like,
Same.
ew, like literally right away.
Yeah.
Well, the interesting thing, I believe, the more spiritual aspect of it is the fact that people are buying them like hotcakes.
Yeah.
And they're not staying on the shelf. It's for a reason.
Yeah, because they're fucking mind controlled.
Yeah,
We're
it's
conditioned. That's what marketing is. We're conditioned to thinking that we need the latest, greatest thing, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then we're putting our kids at risk. You know, and we don't
Yeah.
understand. We don't realize that.
That and in 6 months they're all at Goodwill.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like we don't need them.
And more
Don't buy
stories
'em.
out there.
Yeah, don't buy them.
Scary. Okay, moving on.
What the fuck?
I went from non-scary.
To very
Y'all
scary.
took it all to the other scary. I just joined in.
You showed me that. That was like the teeth were all. Who wants that? Who
I don't.
wants that as
I
a
don't want that.
doll?
No.
Ew. No, I'm sorry. No. Okay. Completely changing gears here. Want to ask you, ladies, what would you do differently if you could go back in time? Doesn't matter how far back, just back in time. What would you do differently?
I wish I would have just waited to have sex, waited to be serious with men, boys, waited to rush into a career. It feels like you get out of college and then you get married and then you have the house and the kids and which I'm so thankful for all that. But I'm like, man, I missed out on a lot. I wish I would have traveled right out of college, backpack traveled or
Experienced life.
experienced a little bit more and spent the time getting to know myself as an adult before trying to figure that out while in a relationship with someone else and being influenced, by so many things. But no regrets, right?
No reverse.
But I would say that would probably be the only thing, and maybe spending more time with my family, like my parents and my siblings. Life gets so chaotic. We just miss out on that.
Very true.
Joe? Woo, this is a tough question for me, girl.
Yeah.
Because I would change a lot of my childhood. The one thing I would not give up is having my oldest son. So I would definitely tweak some stuff in the past because, especially with what I know now, you can maneuver and fix some stuff. But I would definitely have him a lot. I would have done my career, had him afterwards. Enjoyed my life, known myself, like Sarah said, a lot better because I think I would have been a lot better. I know that all the experiences in life have created who I am and all that, but I think that tweaking some of those would have made me a lot better. So,
Yeah, I feel that.
but I have no regrets either.
No regrets.
You guys say no regrets, and I was thinking no regrets. From Meet the Millers?
Yeah.
Where the guy gets
Yeah,
tattooed
no-
across, no
yeah.
regrets.
Yeah.
That movie was so good.
That's true. The spider
funny.
scene. I can't. What about you?
I think the only thing that I would probably go back and change, and this is of course hindsight, right? I'm saying this.
You don't want to
hindsight.
change your life.
When I was going through all the bullshit, I was like, oh God, what the fuck did I do?
Yeah.
Like I was regretting shit. when I was going through it. But now, in hindsight, I wouldn't change what I went through. I think the only thing that I would kind of tweak, like you said, would be having my kids all closer together.
An age.
Because I had them so separate. Like the first two were 4 years apart. Then the next two, from my middle child to my youngest, 7 years. I waited, because I was done with the first two, but that's neither here nor there. But I don't know. I kind of feel like things happened the way they were supposed to happen. And I learned a lot, maybe a little bit later in life. But I did learn a lot going through everything that I went through. Those karmic cycles were really for me. And I'm appreciative, that I went through them. But ask me this 15 years ago, no.
Yeah. You like, screw all that.
Change it all.
Change it all. Throw
it all in the trash. Reset. But no, now at 50 years old, yeah, I definitely, I feel like everything happened the way it was supposed to happen.
Absolutely.
I'm just
totally did.
kind of in acceptance mode now. Just it is what it is. So right along those lines, if you could give your 8-year-old self some advice, what would it be?
8-year-old. So my kiddo is 8, so that's a good one.
But you,
About to
not
be
her.
8. Yeah.
You.
I'm just trying to think even when I was that age. I think I would say, like, be nicer to your mom. I was a little shithead to my mom, bless her. She's the best mom in the whole world. I'd say be nicer to my mom. I wish I had the knowledge of when your parents try to tell you things or adults try to tell you things like, I wouldn't do that. And you're like, ugh.
What do you know? Yeah.
I wish I had the trust that adults knew what they were talking about.
Yeah.
Because there were so many things that adults in my life said that I, as a kid, and I was like, I'm going to do my own thing.
Yeah.
But maybe like, listen to your parents and like listen to your parent, like do what they say and your life will be so much better in the long run.
Good parents.
Yeah. Good. And I was blessed with good parents. So yeah, let's definitely say that. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to know what I was saying.
What would you say?
Because it would not be positive and
That's
it would
all right.
not be good, and I am not putting it out there. I shall pass on that answer and tell you guys.
Fair enough.
Sorry, I'm chewing on ice. I had a really great childhood. There was some trauma. Now that I'm as an adult thinking back, I think I was kind of maybe blind to, I don't know if I was blind
Masking
to
it.
it. No, because I saw it. I saw it and it was there. It was in my face. There was a lot of shit that I witnessed from different people in my family. But overall, I have really good memories of my childhood. So I think the thing that I would tell my 8-year-old self would just be, don't try to grow up so fast.
Yeah.
Because
Enjoy the moment.
I was an only child, so I felt like I was really mature at a very, very young age.
Yeah.
And I understood a lot that I don't think I should have understood. Like I should have been oblivious to it, and I wasn't. So I think that's what I would tell my younger self, my 8-year-old self would be, just slow down.
Yeah.
Just be a kid.
Be a kid.
Be a kid. Don't worry so much about all the shit that you're witnessing. Just focus on just having fun in the day, in the moment with your cousins, with your friends.
While you have your protection, right?
Yeah. While you're innocent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
While you're an innocent 8-year-old.
I know.
Have fun and enjoy it. That's what I would tell myself. Yeah. On the other side of that, if you could ask your 80-year-old self for advice, what would you ask? I'm going to start with you this time, since you didn't answer the other one.
I would tell myself, you did the best you could. You grew from all the traumatic experiences you had. But you still remained a good soul. And continue living life the best way you can.
You're talking about as your 80-year-old self, but I'm saying you now, what would you ask your 80-year-old self?
What would I ask my 80-year-old self?
Like if you could have her right in front of you right now, and she's got 30 years on you now, what would you ask her for advice?
I
what
would
type of
ask
advice?
her,
What are the winning lottery numbers?
Would you have stayed on 2 wheels or would you have gone on 3 wheels? Which one would you have preferred? Fair question.
I like it.
Harley, Honda, Yamaha, or Indian? Which one do you prefer?
Harley. She'll tell you Harley all the way. I like that.
That is too
It's
funny.
fair, because at that point, I've lived my life and
Yeah.
there's nothing to change at 80, you know? And what advice are you going to give me that I don't already, know that I should be doing, the right steps that you have to take to get to where you need to get to? Yeah.
So deep. I'm really into that question, and I'm like, I don't know, what would I ask?
Oh, should I smoke pot at age 60
Yeah,
when I retire?
absolutely.
That's the other one.
Absolutely. You don't have to be 80 to know that.
Do whatever the fuck you want.
Do whatever the fuck you want.
This is 10 years away, girlfriend.
All right. If I could ask my 80-year-old self something,
Yeah, what would you ask her?
like today, I would probably ask her the question we'd ask our 8-year-old self. If you could change anything from when you were 40 to 80, what would it be?
That's a good one.
That's a good one, Sarah.
That's a very good one.
Because maybe that would be the opportunity to change the direction. Or maybe I would say, what industry should I invest in?
Yeah.
Because I'm kind of at that question right now.
Yeah.
Well, how can I get rich faster?
Yeah.
What were the lottery numbers in 2025?
Help a sister out.
Help a sister out.
I think that's where I was leaning more towards is investments and stuff. And like, okay, at a crossroads, did I take the right road? Did I make the right decision? Did I take the right road? Would you have rather I had taken the other road and
Right,
you
'cause
know,
it-
did things a little bit differently?
because you would know what those two roads
Exactly.
were. And did you take the right path or should you have tried the other way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking back, because my 80-year-old self would be looking back at my 50-year-old self like saying, nah, bitch, we
Yeah.
ended up in the wrong
Yeah.
place.
Or saying, yeah, you did the
Great
right
job.
thing.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
where we're going to be, and this is the
You
right
thought
decision.
you did
Yeah.
wrong, but you actually did the right thing.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah.
Good
So
question.
I think that's where I would take it, but but I do also like what you said, like asking my 80-year-old self, looking at me now, or looking back at the last 30 years,
What would you have changed?
what would you change?
What
You know,
would you
what
have
would
done
you
differently?
have me do differently? I mean, I guess it's kind of along the same lines, but I'm thinking more of life,
Yeah, all together.
major life.
Yeah,
you
it may
know.
not have anything to do with this path that you're
Yeah,
on right now. It
yeah.
may be something else, you know?
Exactly. So
Yeah.
anyway, okay, I have our wow, which is our words of wisdom.
Yeah.
And let me see. Words of wisdom. What do I want here? I'm going to say a nice and simple one. Don't look for a firecracker. Look for a fireplace.
We have a firecracker sitting right next to us.
I'm talking about
You want a hot dog?
I got you.
I'm talking about relationships.
Yeah, when it comes to friends, you want the firecracker. When it comes to romantic relationships, you want the fireplace.
Yeah, we talked
True
about
that,
this
true that.
on a different episode in season 2 where we're talking about the slow burn.
Slow burn,
Yeah, we want the slow burn. That's what's gonna last. Because this whole, the firecracker is.
It's all fun
it
and
burns
games.
out. It
Until
burns
it burns
out
out.
really fast. It burns out really
Yeah.
fast, and so it doesn't really give you enough to work with. I think.
Yeah, it's quick and fast, and it may
It's
be
gone in the
fun,
blink
but
of
it's
the-
gone.
it's gone.
Yeah, and then you blink and it's like
And then you got to clean up the trash all around it.
exactly because they do leave a lot of trash.
Yeah, a lot of ashes.
Yeah.
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 Thank you, Miss Sarah, for joining us on this
Of course.
episode.
Thank you
This
for
was
having me. It was so fun. Girl talk.
We love you.
Intimate Girl Talk here at Chats con Sabor, and we will see you guys on the next one.
Adios.
Adios, amigos.